Hello, my name is Ilona. In this video, I just want to look at certain things, like there's a lot of confusion going on. I can just feel it myself. Like I can feel that things are going to happen and then suddenly that energy is kind of flowing away again. And then sometimes it gets stronger again. So I have a feeling things are changing. There's a lot of things going on, but we're not seeing it. It's not in the open yet. Sometimes things just kind of pour out and then it kind of just fades away again. It's very strange to, how do you say that, describe it or what I'm feeling. I know things are going to be fine in the end. I know. That's just a certain trust I have, a certain faith I feel in myself. This is going to be all right in the end. But we still have things to go. And I see this as in phases, stages. And first, we do have to take care of the political stage, the health things that are going on right now, and the financial system. Those are the first things I believe will have to go one way or the other. Then, of course, after that, we need to take care of the people. Truths will come out, certain truths that have been hidden. Children, things concerning children, things that have been going on for such a long time. People will need to deal with everything, deal with the fact that the government has been controlled for such a long time. What's been going on behind the scenes, they need to see that as well. And I feel that that will take a lot of time. There are a lot of people who have no idea, who really have no clue, and they will need a lot of support. And I do believe that the medbeds will be rolled out after things have changed, especially politically, financially, and of course the health system has to be, or at least what's going on right now, things will have to come out about that as well. So I'm not sure. In another video I was talking about medbeds and a person said that they were probably going to be rolled out in December. To be very honest, I personally feel that's very soon. I believe that it's all connected. So when things change at other levels, then at a certain point in time, they will be rolled out and people will be helped that way. That's how I see it. Of course, when we are truly in 5D, we won't be needing med beds anymore, but we will need them to heal and to grow in our consciousness, to really raise our vibrations. At least that's how I see it. This is technology that's been around for a very long time, and we could really use that also to help ourselves. This is not a shortcut, because the person in the video also mentioned that. I believe her name is Sky Prince. That there is no shortcut in consciousness. We will have to deal as a person with our own consciousness. We really need to step into our authority. That is the Great Awakening. There is no shortcut here. There's no magic wand. Someone is going to do something for us and then poof, we're all there. No, we really need to go through all that. We need to face all the truths out there in our own time, obviously, and of course in stages. Certain people will be able to handle more things than other people, and there are going to be a lot of people also leaving the earth plane the coming times, of course, with the damage of the wasp sting, and because their soul contracts are like this, this is the time for us to leave. So there's going to be a lot of chaos and confusion. That's why I also call this video confusion. I've also watched a video of Michelle Fielding, and she was talking about that the whiteheads are physically in control and the blackheads are in control psychologically. I do resonate with that. I do have the feeling that that's what's going on. She also mentions about 2022, about the platform Mr. T will open up. Personally, I'm not sure. Maybe I misunderstood, but I have a feeling things will change before that and we will not have to wait all there, but maybe that's not what she meant. I've also watched a video of Janine from Tarot by Janine about November, where she says this is a breakthrough month. She sees financial changes coming. I hope so. I truly believe that will be the beginning. There's a lot of things on the backgrounds going on. Countries who are now changing everything to the new system. I believe there are agreements being made. This is all on the background. This will come out. I hope it will come out in November, because then it will mean that the political system will collapse. Financial system will collapse, and of course everything that's going on right now in the world will collapse, all the regulations and things like that. I do believe it's like a domino. Once it falls, everything kind of collapses. She also mentioned that the Whiteheads are now focusing mainly on the children and stopping everything concerning children and what's going on there. So they're probably still working on tunnels as well, cleaning up all these operations, so they really have no control, no grip anymore. And that the Blackheads pretty much only have this psychological control. And I do believe that's the case. Here in the media in the Netherlands as well, they're throwing out all these fear things, but you see that people are countering this. There is backlash to that. You see doctors and nurses standing up and saying, no, this is not true. Not in the hospital adults, the beds aren't all filled with people without the wasp stings. In the contrary, they're all people with the wasp stings. More and more things are coming out. People are waking up. Also, people that had the wasp stings, they are kind of waking up, like, what is going on? What is this? People are noticing that other people maybe are damaged by it. Maybe they've felt, how do you say this? Had things going on in their families because of it. People are waking up. And especially now with the regulations that are going on now in the Netherlands are more strict. You cannot go to the gym without a certain code. And they actually wanted to, that you had to show a code if you wanted to go to, as an audience, to like an outside game of soccer, which in itself is completely ridiculous, but that's what they do. They throw out really ridiculous things. So there'll be backlash, and then of course they'll push it aside, because if I'm not mistaken, that's not necessary anymore. I'm not sure, but I believe there are talks about that people can still go outside and watch soccer games and things like that. So it looks like a win, but essentially a lot of other things have been pushed through, which are ridiculous. We have this, the things in front of our mouths back again in the supermarkets, in the shops. Yesterday I was walking we have a market in the city I live in, and you can see all these people in the shops with all these things in front of their noses, and I'm like, and mouths. You weren't wearing these yesterday. It's like, why now? Why? Well, you think it's suddenly that thing that apparently is going on waited till Saturday morning to just show up. It's just exhausting, and all these fluff pieces they throw out, that people are happy that they're wearing their things again, like in an article in a newspaper. Like, why on earth? I think they just make these stories up. I think they just throw them out there. It fits the agenda, and they make up these fake people that apparently are very happy that it's back again. It's just okay, and a lot of things going on. Like I said, I have a feeling a lot of things are going on in the background. But I really would like to do something different. I just want to take a look. I'm going to take 3 cards for November, 3 cards for December, and then 3 cards for January. Just to see the energy, more globally, what's going on. Let's see. So first November, those 3 cards. This is the first one. That is the 2 of Pentacles. Second is the Ace of Wands. And we have the 4 of Cups. That's interesting. We have December. That's the 2 of Wands. That is the Page of Pentacles. And the Hermit. Then we have January, that's the 7 of Wands. Just put it over here. The 8 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. So let me see. This is very interesting because this is a yes card and this is a no card. To me, this means no. So we have a yes and a no. And 2 possibilities for November. So this kind of fits with a card reading I did, I think a week ago, about what's going on. Are they going to step in or not? So we have a yes and a no and a choice to make. And I have a feeling, and that's probably what I'm sensing in the energy, it can happen any day, but it can change any day. I know it's very confusing, but that's exactly the energy I'm feeling. That's that confusion. They're like, I think the Whiteheads are kind of feeling when they should step in. A lot of things are happening. They're not standing still. They're not waiting around. Obviously, they've how do you say that? Been invading those container ships. They've been freeing a lot of children. Unfortunately, they've also found bodies. They're doing a lot of things, so they're making sure that stops completely, and they're out of it. So the Black Hats are starting to lose their food in a way, their energy. That's why they're so pushing this fear agenda, because they need energy, they need that lower vibration, and of course they live with other things as well that concerns children, and they're kind of losing grip on that. They won't have any stashes left, so to speak. So to me, November it's like I said, it could be a big breakthrough month, but still it's like they're still the White Hats are seeing some things, or things are not completely going as it should. So they're kind of waiting. They're doing their things, obviously they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but they're still waiting for the big thing. So this is yes, no. So it could be a go anytime soon, but they're still running into things. So it's touch and go kind of thing. I think that's a saying in English. Like, it's not sure yet. They're kind of just going with the flow. So keep that in mind. So be prepared in a way. It can happen, but I have a feeling there's still some, how do you say that? Some setbacks. Some things they weren't expecting, or some things they're running into. It could also be possible with the financial things that are, the new system that some people are still opposing, or some countries. There's still some things going on the background, although I think the new system is already running, but maybe there are some things that need to be, how do you say, they need to look into it very carefully, make sure everything is right. That's what I'm feeling. This is December. It starts again with the Two of Wands, which is kind of similar to this card. So I think in this energy that we're in now, it kind of depends, of course, what's happening in November. So in a way, this is all connected to November. So November could be a breakthrough month in more than one ways. And if it is, of course, then December will be, will be very differently. And then December will be a month of connecting with ourselves in a way. This is also a retreat. So I do believe if things change in November, of course, a lot of people, it will be a shock for a lot of people. It will be an opportunity for a lot of people to look at the world in a completely new way. But again, it depends on what happens in November. But I do believe that in November, if it doesn't happen, how do you say that, in a very open way, that December will be the month, because we have the Page of Pentacles. So I do believe that if November, I do think a lot of things will happen in November. Things will come out, more truths. But if they're really going to step in, is still unsure. Like I said, there's still some things that need to be done before they're going to step in. Some things will need to be in place. Now, if that happens, they will step in November. But if it doesn't happen, I believe that December will be the month. There's a feeling of that things need to be wrapped up in a way. And this is also a month of getting in touch with our own values, our own truths again. So I do believe things will come out. The Hermit is like a wise teacher, and it's about following the light, your own inner intuition. So to me, it feels like things, how do you say that, are not opening up in the way that I'm hoping they'll open up in November. Then December will be the next, things will happen then. Because in January, we are leaving things behind and healing. That is January, and standing our ground. So in January, I do believe that in a way this is like someone is standing on the higher ground, so pretty much have won. So I do believe that January will be a relief. It will be a different month, a different energy. We are moving away from very heavy energies and we're healing. That's the feeling I'm getting from January. So it all depends on what's going to happen this month. In November, I do believe things will come out. I'm hoping things will really will step up. but it depends. It all depends on what's going on, what they're facing, what needs to be, how do you say that, dealt with. And if November, then December will bring in a big change. That's the feeling I'm getting. Also because there's a major arcana card in December, and that usually signifies a very intense process. And in January, we are moving away and healing, starting to heal. So to me, that's what I'm sensing right now. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye.